Central Wrap hummed like a steam engine as I tossed the brown packages, wrapped with twine, onto the conveyor belt during the 1958 Christmas season at Stern's department store. Stern's was around the corner from the Lions in front of New York Public Library on 42nd Street. I was 16. Occasionally I threw a package over the head of a favorite coworker, a wavy-haired, cobalt-eyed, well-built young man named Gerard. His dark, good looks were matched by the deftness with which he caught the flying surprise that almost clipped his right ear. Although Gerard lived in lace-curtained Belham Bay Park, and I lived in the working-class South Bronx, we both took the Lexington Avenue local home. As we approached Cypress Avenue, my stop, Gerard, swaying to the undulation of the train, grabbed the overhead leather strap. "That's really nice of you, Gerard, but not necessary," I lied. "Besides, tomorrow's a school day. You have a long ride ahead of you." As the doors of the train slid open, Gerard cradled my elbow in his hand, and we ascended the dingy IRT stairs to the street, where the crispness of the winter air stung my nostrils. Orion the hunter and the Pleiades smiled down on us as Gerard caressed my shoulder while pushing up the collar of my navy blue Chesterfield to warm me. "Never paid them much mind," I said, inching away from him. I never had, but Gerard was right. There were too many bars on the street, and everyone bore an Irish stamp. The Shannon View, the Rose of Tralee, the Eyre. As I was attempting to change the topic, who should emerge from the bowels of the Eyre? Ruddy-complected Mr. Slattery, known to all as Scatteration. He doffed his frayed tweed cap, swept it across his waist, and bowed when he saw me. There was no avoiding his elfin self as he always scurried across the middle of busy 138th, in the middle of the street, directly in front of the triple oak doors of St. Luke's, our parish church, as he explained to me too many times before, and as he explained again to Gerard and me. As he approached, I could hear him saying, "As you are yourself, Mr. Slattery, how are you?" "My friend, Gerard." He reached up to pat Gerard on the shoulder and shook his head in sympathy. "Not as magical as Mayo, even if it's in the God-forsaken South, Mr. Slattery," I said, "and those county down parents are wondering where I am right now." Mr. Slattery turned and disappeared into the dark night like a banshee. Gerard laughed as we approached my building. He's had a few, Gerard. The Man from God Knows Where is a poem we recite at family parties. Gerard was very nice too, and as we dashed across the street in the protective shadow of St. Luke, I prayed that Gerard would transverse that street with me again, but somehow I knew that Logres and the Shannon View and even the rapscallion Mr. Slattery had scared away the Man from God Knows Where. Not even St. Luke the physician could heal the schism of an ocean and centuries of mysticism and mythology. For in the South Bronx we were our own breed apart. We still identified ourselves by the parish that baptized, married, and buried us, just as my mother still said she told us she was from the lush green hamlet of St. Malachi's in Kilcoo-Tuileries. We still drank tea with milk instead of the ubiquitous American Maxwell House. We still blessed our throats with candles on the feast of St. Blaise to ward off the winter chill. God forbid we couldn't talk. We still bore the dust of the earth on our foreheads on Ash Wednesday to remind us of from what we came and to where we could return. We crossed ourselves when we passed a church. In doing so, we paid tribute to the father who had dug the potatoes in the fallow fields of Kilcoo, to the son who navigated the ocean to the land of heaven knows what, and to the Holy Ghost who imbued in us with the spirit that made us what we were. And no matter how far we strayed or how we took on fancy American airs, reminded us of what we would always be.